So I'll just start to put everybody on mute. Just give me a little thumbs up that you can still hear me. Great, fabulous, thank you. And I've got my camera at a slightly different angle this morning, so I might just have to change it when we come to standing. So let's just wake up the body a little bit by starting to manoeuvre around. Good, just taking that little circle around and start to feel into the body. So this sense, just feeling in what's happening, any tightness, any stiffness, any tension in the body showing up as we start to move. Let's go round in the opposite direction. Just gently getting the shoulders involved, just gently warming up the spine, the sides of the body. Fab. And then as we come back to our more central position, just see whether you need to move your shoulders. Do you need to move your head and neck this morning? Is there any tightness there from left over from your sleeping position? So just taking that as you need it, just listening to your body, feeling, is it tight at the back of the neck and the shoulders or on one side? Can you lift and drop or side to side? Just take a little bit of time there with that movement. Great. And then as you just finish that off, just think about the shoulders, just taking a little maneuver around. You can bring the hands to shoulders if you prefer, or just circle from here, but just keep it nice and slow and steady. Lovely. Good, and just feel into that movement. Are the shoulders making any noises for you this morning? And that sense of really drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the shoulder blades moving down the back of the body. Fab. Lovely. Okay, and then let's reach the arms up into the air now, just to get that little side to side movement, which will start to stretch through that side body, through the side flanks of the body, to help us to breathe a little easier when we get there in a moment. So this nice awakening little stretch to side, those intercostal muscles, just waking them up, and they really can feel tight in the morning, can't they, in the side body. So that will just aid us with our breathing, with our pranayama. Okay. All right, so when you've done that evenly, let's rest the arms down, rest the shoulders back down. Now as you find your comfortable seated posture to take our pranayama, we're going to think about holding the breath shortly. So we'll get into a rhythm with our lengthened inhale and exhale. And then we're going to think about taking a pause at the top. Now if that makes you feel tight in the chest, we know it's not particularly a comfortable place, but it's very strengthening for our internal system. So have a look at it with the first pause. Don't hold for it for too long. And then if it feels all right, we'll try and extend that pause a little bit longer. Yeah, and we might get to a place where we equal with the inhale perhaps for 4, the hold for 4, and the exhale for 4. All right, so we'll aim for that, but take the pause as you need to. So just fully settling and grounding ourselves into this space, just saying hello to our body this morning, as if it was the first time we had met our body, just saying hello. Just feeling, bringing our eyelids to close so that we take the distractions out of our line of vision. And then we bring that sense of feeling to the body, to feel the sitting bones, to feel parts of the legs connecting with the floor. To feel, the outer parts of what's known in yoga as the food body, the flesh, the bones, the food body layer. So we sense that feeling into the body, and then we can start to bring our senses further in to the layers of the body. And we'll start to notice the breath. So as we notice the breath, notice again the whole body. So this morning's practice is going to be about the whole body working together, as should all our yoga practice. We come from this place of the heart, with love and compassion for ourselves and all living things. And we're trying to not have our mind in the past nor in the future, but in the present moment, and have the mind attentive to the whole body, the mind and the breath at once. So let's see. So as you turn your attention, we will just focus on the breath at this moment in time. Start to take your inhale and your exhale. So just notice the pause as we warm through the pranayama. The inhale long, notice the turnaround at the top, and the exhale. Gathering that evenness to the breath. And that steadiness and that smoothness, so we're not pushing, we're not pulling, we're not working it too hard or too harshly. The next time you breathe in, see if you can take that pause a little bit longer. Keeping the body relaxed and soft. Taking another look at that pause at the top of the inhale. And if you can extend the pause now, start to extend the length of it. Watch with your mind's eye, there's no tension gathering around the jaw, the tongue, the face. And then make your next round the last round here. Bringing the breath back to soft flow, natural flow. And reflect again, did any tension gather around the neck, the jaw, the shoulders, the face? And starting to be aware of the whole body as one, even with the heaviness of gravity pulling us down to the earth and the air around the top half of the body. So we've got some different aspects going on. Can you just connect your mind all the way from the feet to the crown of the head and everything in between? Everything at the front, the back, the sides. From the outer edges of the skin to the inner seed, that central seed in the body. Beautiful, good. So let's slowly release our body. Notice where it wants to move as you release, and no doubt it will just make a little curve in the back of the body to ease it. So we're going to come down to the mat, and we're just going to feel into the mat now with the knees in our crook position, feet on the floor. So just be finding your position, get the pelvis nice and neutral, spine in line, neck in line with the spine, the chin coming to chest, so the back of the neck's long, although we can still notice and feel that gap at the back of the neck. And feet firmly into the mat. Good. So as we get there, let's roll the palms down and have the palms down at the side of you, down to the floor or the ground or the earth, as we might refer to it. And just feel now we can make that connection again. Palms are into the earth, feet are into the earth. We make that connection downwards, back of the head. So as we press the feet down further, so really firm the toes down, press the balls of the feet down, press the heels down, feel that reaction in the body. So is it tightening up at the back of the thighs? Is the lower back pressing into the floor more? Are the glutes getting a little bit tense? Have the shoulders got involved? What else has got involved? And then relax the pressure on the feet and see what muscles let go and release. Try that again, pressing the feet in, just the feet. As we take an action, watch the response in the body. As that moves further up the spine, is the whole spine trying to press in to the mat at the same time? What's happened to the breath? Release the action, release the effort from the feet. This time, press the thumbs down, the fingers, the palm down into the mat. And as you press the hands down, again, look at that response in the body. What's happened to the shoulders, the upper back, the upper parts of the arm? What's happened to the neck, the head, the tongue? What's happening in the mid-back? What's happening to the feet now? Relax it, soften it, see what lets go. So sometimes we don't always notice that effort until we release it. Let's try it again. Press the hands down, the fingers, the palms, firmly. Press the feet down at the same time. Feel that the body gets rigid and tight almost everywhere. Feel what's happening to the breath. And then release the effort. And let go of the effort. And feel as time, those seconds just move on, the body makes an initial release and then a further release. And sometimes after our movements is why we just need to take a moment to find that relax and release. So let's bring the right knee into chest now. We'll slide the left leg away to the end of the mat, and let's just take that nice soft circle with this right hip in that outward movement. Let's get the hip moving out to the side. Brilliant. Good. So in yoga practice, in the Sanskrit scripts, there's talk of the dukkha, which is the uncomfortable place in a pose, and the sukha, the comfortable, sweet place. So you might just recognize sukha almost translating as the French word for sugar. Let's draw that thigh into chest. Okay. I want you to take a choice now on your left leg, because we're going to lift this right foot and leg into the air. Start our hamstring stretch. So if you want to bend to the left leg for a bit more support, then do. Otherwise, just have it long. And we're going to leave the leg into the air. So just take a little circle round the ankle and the foot. And then as we leave the leg in the air, the toes coming a little further towards the shin, could you take the arms down to the mat again? So as we stay with the body in this position, see where your mind goes first. Your mind will always go first to any area of tension. Yeah. So keeping the mind present with the body, then what's starting to happen? You're feeling this pull of gravity on the leg, starting to make it heavier. Can you feel the top of the thigh bone really sitting into the hip? The back of the pelvis really getting heavy into the mat. Okay. But what about the rest of the body? What's happening with the left leg? What's happening with the hands, the shoulders, the back of the body, the neck, the face, the tongue, the back of the head? What's happening? Take a breath. Excellent. And then let's re-bend this right leg into chest, nice and softly. Brilliant. Good work. Okay, so send that right leg to the end of the mat. Give it a little release outwards. Good, good, good. And let's come to the left side. So we'll bring that left knee into chest now, and we'll start to circle around from the hip again. And ease through that outward hip motion. So, is this coming to the sukha, the sweetness? As I say, you could think of it as that translation as sugar. Yoga philosophy doesn't really talk about sugar, but it does talk about sweetness, and it also talks about nectar. Finding nectar in the body, finding nectar, that calmness, that quietness, that sweet place in the mind. All right, so let's draw this left knee into chest. Let's draw the left leg up into the air. Have the right leg comfortable where you need it, bending or long. Doesn't matter, take that little preparatory movement on the ankles. So we're going to use the ankles quite a bit when we stand up. So let's take that preparatory movement there. Pointing, flexing, circling round, warming through. And then we'll hold the toes towards the shin again. We're trying to get comfortable in the starting pose, relaxing the hands to your sides if possible. And then we'll just take a moment to just see the response from the mind, the reaction from the rest of the body by doing nothing, becoming still. But we know there's work there, we know there's action there. With gravity working with us, we've put our leg into such a shape that we're creating lengthening. So have a look around the body, notice the breath, notice the shoulders, notice the hands, notice the right leg that's long. Is it active or is it relaxed? Doesn't matter, just notice it. And is the mind's attention still drawing you to the working leg because it's effort? And then just trying to draw our minds to the whole body at once. Kind of incorporate everything that's going on all at once. And as you take this next breath, softly bring that knee back into chest. Give it a hug in, lovely. And now we're going to hug both knees into chest. Just give it a little rock and roll to soften into that lower back area. Hello, Flo. How are you? Do you want to do yoga this morning? Yeah? You want to do yoga? Can't. Cats don't do yoga. Bring the feet to the mat. And we're going to think about bridge pose now. So palms are down, feet are down. So let's find our breath out. Let's start to exhale and find your starting bridge this morning. Just check out the neck again, check out the shoulders. Good, good, good. Then let's press the feet further into the mat. Press heavily into the feet. Find that it squeezes the glutes underneath. You can get perhaps a little bit more lift from the hips. We're not going to move the feet, but that intention that we've done before, keeping the heaviness and the downforce, and the intention of dragging the heels into the back of the body, and feel how that strengthens the back of the thighs and the glutes. Soften the effort, but don't roll down, just soften the effort, let the hips dip a little, soften the effort in the back of the legs, try not to get cramped. Good. Press the feet back into the mat with that firmness again, lifting the hips a little further, keep the knees tracking in, and then that intention, draw and drag the heels towards the back of the body, feel them really strengthening the back of the thighs, and then soften the effort. Inhale, lift the hips once more, and we're going to exhale, slowly roll the body back into the mat. Okay. So as you take your time with that rolling down, as you get there, roll and slide, should I say, the feet away to the end of the mat and just give those thighs a bit of a shake out. Because we do a lot of lengthening at the back of the legs, but not a lot of strengthening. So we're going to work into a bit of strengthening at the back of the legs today. Good. So roll yourselves onto one. Oh, let's take a little twist. Sorry, let's take a little twist before we go anywhere else. Just rebend the legs. My fault. Okay. So with the arms out of our way, let's just start to roll the knees over to the right side. Just have a look at your starting twist this morning. Roll the head away to the left side. And we'll stack the ankles, we'll stack the knees. Let's roll it through then to the left side with the knees, the right side with the head. Good. We'll do that twice more. If you're feeling a little bit like you want some more energy, some more fire in the belly, let's tuck the knees into the chest and we'll hover them off the floor this time as we roll round. So as you keep changing sides and keep that movement, just draw that core in. If you're hovering, keep strong with the knees, the hips together, the ankles together. Fab. And then just do that once more to each side, or be leveling that up on both sides. Just check out what's happening in the whole body. Are the shoulders working hard now? Especially if you've got the knees lifted. And then as you get your way through centre, we can pop the feet back down. Brilliant. Good, all right, so we'll transition to roll onto our side and then we'll come back up to our seated position. Good work. So let's sit into Dandasana, finding Dandasana this morning. Flair has decided to join us, so. Alright, so as you sit into Dandasana, let's give ourselves a little hug. So just hug your arms around your shoulders, excellent. Do that little lift of the elbows. Think about the shoulders dropping down. We're going to take a deep breath. As you breathe in, again, you might close the eyes. You feel that the back of the body is widening out, okay? So breathe in. Feel that you can widen that upper part of the back and the shoulders. Exhale, release. Go again. Inhale, deep breath in, widen the back of the shoulders. Exhale, release. So as you release, let's bring the other arm on top, just so we've gone equally both sides. Let's go again. Deep breath in. Feel the back of the body expanding. And the exhale, you just feel the shoulder blades slide back in towards the spine. Inhale, expand outwards. And exhale, release. Great, let the arms drop down. Lovely, lovely. And then let's come to that wide position we did the other day with feet wide, knees on the mat. I'm just going to open the hips a little bit more. So hands into the floor. Doesn't matter if the knees start to roll out onto your little toe edge, it's fine. Let's take a little walk forward, start to find what's happening in your body. Does it go straight to the hips, or are you finding that lower back stretch? Yeah, so stretching through that lower back area. Soften the head, the neck, the elbows. Good, good, good. And then let's gently walk our hands back in towards us. Excellent, lifting up. And then we'll send the heels away and long. And we'll draw the toes up to the shin. So we'll gather the thighs up towards us now. So find that tension in the quads. And just notice what it's done to the underneath parts of the legs. Okay. And then soften the feet a little as we'll walk back in with the hands now. So just walking forwards, keeping that support of the ground. So we're grounding through the hands, really using the hands and arms against the earth. The heels are against the earth. We get that nice sense of calming and grounding. Can you relax the back of the legs? Can you relax the back of the legs now? And then chin into chest and walk your way back up. Ooh, good stuff. Let's draw it in. We're going to go hands, knees. So prepare whatever you need for your knees, ladies, and prepare your wrists if you need to prepare your wrists. Then we'll come into our starting 4-point pose. And then as you get to 4-point pose, just have a little think. Where does your body want to move? Does it just want to do a side to side? Does it want to do figure of 8? to work around the hips a little bit further? Do you need to move into the spine a little bit more? Would you rather just do your cat-cow shape? Yeah, or a combination. Yeah. So just finding what your body needs in the spine, in the hips, in the shoulders. Feeling what's happening through the whole body as you start to move. Feel that the tops of the feet are against the floor, that the lower part of the legs are straight. The arms are in a straight line. Just finding whether you need to work the upper part of the shoulders, excuse me, the lower back, or a little wriggle into the hips. Good. From here then, we'll start to roll up into our downward facing dog. So once you've finished what you're doing, start to tuck the toes underneath. And let's press off and back and inhale, exhale to draw upwards. Find the backs of the legs again. We've already stretched into that place. We'll just find the backs of the legs. All right, find that nice straight spine position. Hips are lifting, hips are long. Good. Then take a lift of both heels. Inhale. Swivel both feet to your right corner of the mat and try and lower the heels to the right corner. Keep the arms long. Inhale, lift the heels, swivel to center, swivel through the center to your opposite corner and try and lower the heels. Keep the arms firm and long. Inhale, lift the heels, swivel it back to center and exhale, try and lower the heels down. Keep the hips high. Spine nice and long, excellent. And then soften the knees. Let's walk it in to our Uttanasana forward fold. And we'll go chin in to uncurl. Drawing all the way up, steadily, steadily. Great, find your way to mountain pose slowly. So just going to adjust my screen. I think you're going to see a little bit better. Alright, so finding your mountain pose. Excellent. So as we find mountain pose this morning, let's bend the knees. So let's take a bend of the knees. I'm going to go sideways just so you can see. Alright. And find that firmness with the feet again, pressing into the mat like we did in the bridge pose, like we did to start with. Press the heels down, press the balls of the feet down, press the toes down. Then keep that pressure equal on both feet. So we start to lengthen the legs. Because go slowly, keep the pressure into the feet. Keep the pressure into the feet. Keep the down force there. Lengthen the back of the legs. Feel the quads lift. Maybe feel the glutes get involved. Draw that core in. Keep the pressure into the feet. Draw the shoulders and arms down. Find that posture. Right, just notice that you're in as straight a line as you can get. And feel what's happening in the legs. Are the toes gripping on? Can we soften the toes? What's happening with the breath? Has it got tense? Breathe. And breathe out and soften the knees. Whew. Good. So let's go softer this time. Bend the knees, swing the arms up into parallel. And then we'll take the Uttanasana, the chair pose. We're going to swing the arms back and we're going to keep it moving. So we're going to swing it forwards and up. We'll start to find a bit of heat now. Exhale when you're ready, keeping that chest open, arms drawing back. And have a little look, even if you think you're keeping that gap between the knees, just check that you are keeping that gap between the knees. Good. Let's go again. So inhale, press the feet down firmly. Exhale, soften the feet as the arms go back and keep those palms drawing in towards each other. So keep that parallel line with the arms. Inhale, we can start to look up a little further and stretch through from the feet all the way to the throat, the head, the neck. Exhale, chest, shoulders opening, arms reaching back. Brilliant. Keep going. Inhale, lift. Lovely. Exhale, we'll take a little bit more time with it this time. Keep going, inhale, press through the feet, lengthen the whole body. Might start to find a little back arch. Exhale, draw the arms back, Shoulders open, tuck the tailbone under, sit it back a little bit further perhaps. Inhale, start to find the hips forward, a little more back extension. Exhale, good, inhale, last one. Exhale down. Great. As you bring it up for the last time, to see if you can find that back extension, tuck the tailbone under, keep the spine long and reaching. Exhale, chin into chest, straight line. And then take the arms back into the parallel, keeping the legs straight now. And just find that we can get that sternum lift. Keep the legs long. Roll those palms towards each other. And then let it go. Good. Let's take a little stride forward with the right foot. Let's go right foot forward. So small-ish stride, and let your left foot at the back just be turned out in your natural position. Okay. All right. So right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to do that old-fashioned little curtsy where we're going to start to bend the back leg and draw the body forward over the front leg. Yeah? You see what's happening? So that back knee is bending over your toes. Let's continue with that parallel position at the back, like little peacock feathers lifting up. And then bend the front knee, press both feet down. Bring it forwards with the parallel. Start to straighten the front leg. Let the heel come off at the back, so in that nice lifted shape. And then breathe it out. Send the back foot down. Send that back leg into bending, straighten that front leg, let the body weight come forward. Rebend through both knees, start to lift it forwards and upwards, find your breath, heel coming off at the back, so just on the toes. And then breathe out, bring it back down. Good, excellent. And then bend through both knees again. Really stand onto that front leg, we're going to hold it here. And you're going to start to lift the toes off at the back. Find a little balance. Now don't make it too much hard work in your lower back. Just see if you can drop the pelvis on the lifted leg. Square the pelvis up to the front. And if you need to lean forward to take the ease out of your lower back, lean forward a little bit more. Great, but keep that lift through that foot, sturdiness into the ground from that standing foot. Find the lift through the sternum and the chest. And then exhale, step it together and release. Find that little ease in shape. Beautiful. And then as we come back up, we can feel that we've done some work in that leg, can't we? We feel that one leg has worked harder than the other. All right, so let's change sides. Let's switch to the right foot going back now, left foot forward. Okay, so we'll start by stepping forwards, taking that nice, easy breath in and lovely ease stretch. And exhale back and draw down, bend that back knee over the toes, lift the arms at the back. Soften both knees as you step it through. Find your in-breath, find that sukha, find the ease in the pose. Exhale, we know we're finding the stretch as we come downwards. But make it just enough stretch to find that nectar. Inhale to lift. Beautiful. Exhale one more time to lower. Lifting the sitting bones, lifting the arms up at the back. And then we'll find the balance this time as we come forwards with it. Find the weight onto that standing foot. Let's lift the toes at the back. Then drop the hip of the standing leg so it squares the pelvis. Look into your lower back. What's happening? Do you need to ease and lean forward a little bit more? Could we find a little bit more length in the spine to lift up and arch and lift through the sternum and find that ease in the pose. Drop the shoulders, relax. Which bit needs to relax? Excellent. And step it together. Let's have that little rounding shape again. Fingertips in, thumbs out, into a little cat rounding. Good. And then we're going to unfold. All right. So this time, as we found that balance, let's swap legs again. So let's have the right foot forwards this time. And this time we're going to take it into Kali Mudra with the underneath fingers clasping, index finger, thumb out. You know, my Charlie's Angels one. Kali Mudra is the official term. Arms coming long. And this time we're going to go with the arms reaching up. So we're still getting that long shape. And then as the arms come back through that mid position, we're going to step all the way onto the front leg again. We're going to softly bend the back leg. And we're going to bend the front leg. And we're going to bring it into a balance to reach the fingertips towards the ground. And then the strength about underneath hamstring and leg to bring it back up to standing. Good, steady, steady. All right, so now you know what's happening. Have a go. So foot can come down at the back as we lengthen through both legs, lengthen the arms upwards. And then as you bring the arms down, focus the eyes towards the thumbs. As the arms come past your shoulder height, start to lift the leg at the back. We ease in both knees bending. Point the fingertips towards the ground. Keep bending into that front leg as much as you can. Good. Find that strength to then bring it back up. Toes can touch down. We'll lengthen that front leg. We'll lengthen the body. We'll inhale and open up. And we'll exhale. We'll take the arms forwards. Start to lift the toes at the back. Start to bend both knees. Drawing it as far down as you can. Bending that front leg. Great, finding the strength to come back up in your own time when you're ready with it. Excellent, find that strength to lift. Great, and then pop the toes back to the floor and let's exhale the arms down. We're going to change legs. Good, good work. So changing legs, and all we're going to do with the mudra as you go back in, can you clasp the underneath fingers and interlace the opposite way? So it'll be the little finger, one will have been at the bottom, so switch it round to the other one being at the bottom this time. So we've just got that subtle energy working through the mudra. Okay, find your standing leg as you've changed legs. Let's inhale and lift, find that sturdiness, find that lengthening. Take it in your own time. Now we know where we're going to find your balance. Find your eye focus to the thumb tips. Start to lean forward and bend both knees. Just a tiny way. We'll see if you could dip a little further in that bending, standing leg. Find the strength through the foot. Tucking the tailbone, lifting your way back up. Keep your steadiness. Foot can touch down at the back as we lengthen through the leg and the body. And then come back to the forward. Find that tipping point. Take your time, this is good. Bend that front knee. Keep square with the hip. Find that strength, find the inhale to come up. Brilliant, toes down. Stretch through, feel what's happening to the breath. All right, so see if you can take that control to the breath this time. Excellent. Keep the eyes focused, keep the breath moving. Find an inhale to press off that foot to bring it up. Toes touch down, lengthen the back of the leg, lengthen upwards. And exhale, release, soften the whole thing. Well done, everyone, well done. And then just see the response in your body. Do you need to shake the hips? Is it your ankles that got a little bit stiff? Do the ankles need to shake off? Is it the hips? We can really feel that strength in the back of the thighs, can't we? So we'll stretch that out in a minute. You might just want to give them a little rub if you really felt into the back of the thigh strength there. Yeah, so give it a little rub and this little ease side to side with the hips. Great. Fabulous. All right, so let's open back out. Let's step into our Virabhadrasana to right side. So find your very familiar stance in our Warrior Two position. Good. All right, arms coming out, head turning over the front leg. We're always checking that knees in a straight line, shin to ankle. And then the rest of the body should fall into place. So as we keep those back toes round to the front, we'll take a little check on that pelvis squaring up and shoulders squaring up. And we find that sturdiness and that grounding through both feet. Feel what's happening. Both feet are firm into the mat again. What's happening in the shins, the knees, the thighs. Keeping that openness between the front knee and the front hip and the back hip. And a little stretch on that inner thigh, the front leg. The body nice and long, the tailbone tuck in, the spine is long. Where's that softness in the shoulders? Soften those arms. Soften, soften, soften through the top half of the body. Head and neck in line. Eyes softly gazing over that middle finger. Being aware of what the back arm's doing, and now being aware of the whole body. Working into that sukra, into that place of comfort and nectar. And then turn the head gently forward to your center line, and we'll relax the arms down. So where was the effort in your body? Arms, legs, yeah, be different for all of us, yeah, arms for me too, yeah, yeah. They get heavy with gravity there, don't they? So let's clasp loosely behind the back, loosely clasping. Take a little twist of the body now towards that front leg, so turn the body towards the front leg. We're going to do our forward dive down. Keep that front knee bending. Relax the head and neck. Start to lift the arms into the air, overhead. Relax the back of the body a little bit further, let it curve downwards. Great. Take a steady breath. Keep the feet firm, especially that back foot. So as we start to uncurl, bring the hands down to your lower back. Start to send them down your lower back as you lift the chest. Draw the shoulders away from the mat, lift the head. Keep the front knee bending, bringing it up. Excellent. Let go of the arms, turn the body round, and we best stretch off that front leg and give it a rest. Woo, good. Let's turn into left side. All right. So find your position, find your knee, shin, ankle alignment, arms coming out. Check on that back foot turns round, hips and shoulders to the long edge of the mat, and we've turned the head to the front, over the front arm. Dip the middle finger and gaze ahead. And then start to be aware of the whole body. What's happening in the toes, balls of the feet, heels. What's happening in the thighs? Can we soften anywhere? Keep this sense of grounding with the bottom half of the body. And this lightness with the top half of the body. Maybe tucking under slightly, lifting out of that spine. And then here come the shoulders and the arms. Drop those shoulders back down. Find that softness. And find your steadiness, smoothness, evenness in the breath. See if there's any more movement in the hips. Keep the arms soft. Lovely. And exhale, then head to center line. Arms relaxing behind our back. If we can interlace the other way, that'll be the opposite thumb on top. So whichever way you've gone in is your easy way. Switch it round. Turn your body, twist it to our front leg. Let's look at that front leg and let's start to dive forwards, keeping that back heel nice and sturdy. Roll it down and forwards. Good, relax the back of the neck. Start to lift the arms off the back of the body. Good. Keep low with the hips. Taking a breath. Release the arms back onto the lower back. Keep the arms long. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. Start to lift the chest. Look forward. Front leg still bending. Keep that strength as we lift it all the way up slowly, slowly. Excellent. And let go at the top. Let go of the arms. Twist the body round. Find your central home position. And then stretch off the legs. And we'll heel toe or spring it in. Beautiful work. Good work, ladies. Good work. Okay, we're going to go into eagle pose for our last little bit of standing. But we're going to go in back to front today. So what I mean is we're going to put the right arm over the top and we're going to find the eagle arms. Just have a watch. We're going to fold in. Then we're going to find the legs. So then we're going to step over the right leg and we're going to try and find the lift and the balance. Then we're going to unfold it in the balance. All right, so we're going to do it back to front. See what happens. See what happens. Here we go. So right arm in and over the top. Find your wrap back to back with the hands or palm to palm, or maybe just holding onto that thumb. Think about the elbows in front of the chest. Draw the shoulders back and down. And get the arms in your line of vision. So it obstructs that line of vision. So we'll ease the knees. We know we're firm in the feet. We've been working on them. We'll tuck under. We'll start our forward folding. Now, once you get there, it's the right foot that we're going to step across. You might find you've got a bit of an obstruction with the arms in the way of the thighs. So just adjust as you need to. Find that wrap in the legs. Keep looking beyond the hands to the floor. And see if you can find that sturdiness of that back leg to lift the toes at the front. Wrap it round. Taking your time then to tuck the tailbone. Keep both knees bending. Start to uncurl to your standing eagle in the balance. Keep the tailbone tucking. Keep the breath easy. Find your lift up. Great, good, good, keep going. Excellent. And then step the feet together, unwrap the arms. Woo, just take a little lift and stretch out with the arms. And then we'll bring the arms back in, left arm on top, left arm on top. Wrap it in, find your Garudasana arms, shoulders down. Exhale, bend both knees, forward fold in. Take your time, look down to the mat beyond the hands. Left foot, left heel starting to lift, left foot stepping across. You might just find the toes at the floor and then start to find your balance. Good, find that wrap. Okay, focus the eyes ahead. And start to tuck under the tailbone. Keep both knees bending as you uncurl slowly. Keep tucking under. Keep lengthening out. Drop the shoulders in. Find the comfort in the pose. Excellent. Unwrap it. Step it wide. Ah, lovely. To that nice open position. And then we'll ease the knees so we can just swing the arms down. And we can take it up and down, or you can stay down wherever your body feels. So it's nice to take a little stretch out, I think, after all that curling inwards. Just taking that opposite shape of opening out. Taking a breath in, looking up. And that's nice in the morning as well to do this star position, to open out, this joyous position of looking up to the sky, to the universe. We've arrived this morning, we're looking for a good day. Brilliant. And then give the arms, the shoulders a little circle and ease. And the back of the body, you might even want to just sway the knees and legs gently side to side. Brilliant. Good, beautiful work, ladies. Let's come and sit down at the mat. We're going to take a twist and we're going to take it into mermaid pose onto one side. So have your feet at the right side if you can. So feet at the right side in mermaid. And today we're going to twist away from the feet. So we're going to bring both arms over, away from the feet. Look away from the feet. And start to find your twist. Find that lengthening in the spine. We know it's awkward because we're uneven with the hips and the pelvis. As you look round to that back shoulder or the back hand, maybe find a little bit more balance, taking the back hand off the floor and wrap the back of the hand around the back of the waist. That's it, so just tuck it in. Good. Now find that sturdiness in the body. Find that twist as you breathe out. And then we're going to soften it by all we're doing is turning the head to the front, and by taking that rotation out of the neck, it eases the twist. So as you breathe out and turn the head to the back, just feel if you can notice that twist coming in a little bit more into the body. Take that again. So take the head forward, feel it eases the body's twist. Breathe out, look round to the back, find the twist. Take one more breath, stay in here. Exhale, release and unravel the whole thing to center. Good. Let's lean back into the hands. Let's send the legs round to the opposite side. Great. All right. So as you get comfortable as we can in this very uneven pose, let's take the hands away from the legs again. So start to find your start of a twist as you look round to the back. Ease the shoulders down. Maybe choosing to take that back hand off the floor, wrap it around your back. Find the inhale, thinking long spine. Exhale, we're going to look round to the back and find that twist. Just make sure your knees are comfy. Inhale again, long spine. Exhale, find the twist. And now turn the head forward. Can you keep that twist? It will naturally unravel, but can you keep that twist as you turn the head forward? Find a little bit more twist as you turn your head to the back. Let's try it again. Turn the head forward. Can you keep that twist? Turn the head to the back. Take another breath. Find a little bit more twist as you keep looking to the back and breathe out. And then softly unravel the whole thing. Good. Let's bring the feet to the mat. Feet forwards, knees bending, and relax over and create that nice, soft, rounding shape with the back of the body. It lets the shoulders relax as well. So we can just now really find that neck to in this pose. Yeah, minimal effort. Might be a little bit of stretch going on around the lower back and the hips. Can you find the breath and the nectar, the sukha in the pose? Great. Unrolling, uncurling now. We're going to come back down, a couple more just easing poses at the mat. If you're feeling a bit cool, because we're going to come down, you know, it's a bit of a cooler day, so if you do want socks or jumpers on, go for it. Otherwise, let's come onto our back, knees staying bending. Just make sure you can see all right. Good, so settle your lower back and give it a moment into the mat. So let gravity just bring that lower back into the mat once more. Okay, so from here, let's roll the knees open into our supine Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Have the arms, shoulders comfortable. And then roll the knees back in, soles of the feet to the mat. And then roll it open again. And we're going to stay there, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Feel that natural arch in your back. Let the shoulders rest down. As you breathe out, draw the navel centre to spine and try and draw your lower back into the mat. You might feel that your head and your spine need to elongate to the top of the mat. The knees will lift slightly, you get some work into the inner thigh and groin area. And then soften the whole thing and let the arch come back into your lower back. So try that again. Exhale, navel to spine. Draw and firm the lower back into the mat. Find that inner thigh work. And then release it. So as the legs get heavy and drop down to the floor, we get that arch coming back in. So close that gap up at the back of the body. Close it to the mat. And release. And soften. We're going to roll the feet onto the mat, draw the knees towards each other now, and taking a soft bridge. So nowhere near like the effort we did earlier. We're going to go softly with the bridge. Roll the palms down and in. Exhale, start to tilt up and softly roll in. Minimum effort. Find your sukha in the pose. Find your nectar in the bridge. Draw into the breath at the chest. Lift it up. Find that nice expansion now in the whole body for a fresh, full breath to start your day. Deep breath in. The next exhale, we're going to roll down one vertebra at a time. Feel each vertebra coming into the mat, into that sense of grounding towards the earth again. And as you get all the way to the mat, see what your body is asking you to do. Is it asking you to lengthen the legs out now? Is it asking you to tuck the legs into chest? Or a little bit of both? So go with what feels most appropriate. So the legs like to stretch out after bridge because it is an effort in the backs of the thighs and in the fronts of the quads. And the lower back likes to take this easing position of the knees into chest. So you might find you want to do one more than the other. Listen to what your body's saying. Or you might want to do one of each. And if you like that rocking and rolling, of course, you can always take that movement to the knees to chest. Come in towards our Shavasana now. We need to make everything in the body easy. Again, so if we've put a little bit too much work in, we found that effort, easing it out so that we can be super comfortable. And you've heard me say before, the body needs to be comfortable to be able to ease the mind to relax. So we've got rid of the tension from the body. So let's find our way to Shavasana. Find your props now and anything that you need. So you could take an extra cushion under the knees if you like that, or just one cushion under the head and the neck for softness. And then as you just start to rearrange yourself, find that position that's going to be most favourable to your body today. Finding the sukha, the ease, the nectar into the shavasana. We'll have a look at the hands, the arms. Can the arms be away from the body to aid the breathing underneath the armpits, giving them space to breathe? Or are you more comforted with the hands to the lower abdomen? Is it more comforting to have the right hand to the heart and the left hand to the lower abdomen? Taking your awareness around the whole body. Back of the head getting heavy. The eyelids, the forehead, the jaw softening, the teeth parting, the tongue moving down. The throat soft, the back of the neck. Ease and melt those shoulders downwards. Let the back of the body start to get heavier and heavier. Heavier and heavier into the mat. The legs, the hips softening. The feet, the ankles, the toes, soft and relaxed. The front of the body soft, without tension. The back of the body heavy, with that contact against the body and the mat. Coming into the light, holding each other's hearts, keeping a tranquil mind. A mind full of hope and serenity, believing that anything is possible. If you imagine yourself where you want to be, it will become reality. The limitless imagination will change the world. Setting your intentions, believe in it, and you will live it. Coming together to unite as one. The universe is infinite. Universal is love. So be that love. Feel the love with your entire being and let it radiate out into the world. It's touching everyone you meet with that love and light in your heart. Gently start to feel and notice the body. Feel and notice the breath. Maybe taking a fuller breath now to just enliven and awaken the energies. Taking time to notice the body, notice the mind. Did the mind manage to quieten? And then from bringing our awareness inwardly, we now just want to take our awareness outwardly a little further so we can be awakened for the rest of the day. We want to be back into our beta brainwaves, our awakened state. So just start to move the body slowly as you bring your awareness to the sounds in your room or outside your room. Expanding your awareness beyond your mat. Just picturing, even if your eyes are still closed, picturing your door, your windows, your ceiling. Finding perhaps the feet back to the mat, or taking that little roll over to your side. And then just taking your time to find your hands to the floor, bringing your way back up. And once you do get back up, just notice how you are. And if you're still a little bit sleepy, you might just want to take a little stretch out or a breath up and a breath out, just to reawaken, just so we're fully awake for the rest of the day. So we want to keep that calmness, but at this point in the day, we want to be nice and awake as well. So that little poem was called One Love by Jana Dorshka. So I hope you liked that. So stay with your calm and your sukha for the rest of the day, ladies. Well done. Namaste.